It's a little bit of a different scenery this weekend. We're out here on Revontuli Coast multiplayer and still continuing our rare waterfowl quest. But as you might expect, this hunt's going to be a little bit less duck-centric and a little more focused on some of the land animals. So we've got the new medium March cosmetics on all of our weapons, and hopefully that's going to bring us a little bit of waterfowl luck. Now I know I said land animals, and I don't know where upland birds fall in that. I mean, they're surely not a water animal, so maybe it still counts, but anytime we find hazel grouse, I always like to go for them. They probably are my favorite upland bird. Now, usually a little more challenging to shoot than when they just do that, but that's a 414. 435's diamond at 0.42. I think he would have been max weight range, which we've barely even found any of those with our time on Revontuli, just the one diamond and maybe one other, so decent start then. I honestly kinda think that's a Bufflehead hybrid. I might be wrong here, but it looks like it has just too much white on the face. Maybe it is normal. There's not another drake here to just compare to, which is typically what I do. Anytime that I'm unsure, we just kill it and we go and see. Now, since we're going over there, got a couple of tufties landing out there too, so might as well get that guy. And one other feature of the Buffleheads that you can kind of look for, the head is like a brighter green, but again, over there in the shadows, there's not another drake there to compare it to. Hard to say, and like looking at it again, I almost thought, it may be common, but I thought that with the green-winged teal the other day, and it turned out to be a piebald, so even if it is a common, worth just taking the shot just in case. So, moment of truth on that, can we see it all in the grass anyway? Yeah, it's just common. Looked like there was just a little too much white there, but not having anything to compare it to, I always think with those, better safe than sorry. So, our tufty was, I mean, it's gotta be like right in this same area. We may be so close that we can't see the body glowing, or maybe I just missed it. There he is, just a little bit further over. So, no crazy first waterfowl being a rare kind of luck, but, I mean, frankly, if we're gonna get a rare today, one, like albino tufted duck or something would be really cool. I'm happy with our leucistic, but the albinos look incredible. Or, obviously, that teal that we've been after for, like, months now. Now, we've had, over the years, crazy luck on Revontuli with Lynx. Unfortunately, this max weight track didn't lead to anything, but it does let us use the 223. It's got that cool wood bark camo, and I'd hate to, like, make a bad shot the first time using it, but that angle is no kind of good. So, just gonna get, like, kind of set up here, and if he'll maybe veer to the side, which he's kind of doing, but I don't see any vital shot opportunity there. Might just have to go for it and see. That's more broadside. Is there a gap through the trees? Maybe all the way up here? Actually, he's getting more and more, or was getting more and more broadside. Typically, yeah, they lean back. Felt pretty good about that. I think we got him, but took a little patience that time. Vital blood, pretty good deal. Now, there's a ptarmigan flying somewhere near. You can hear that, like, clicking. I don't think we're going to get a shot at him. Sounds like he kind of turned, but that guy, got him right lung, 147 meters, 26 score. Only tracked him a kilometer, so not too bad. Part of that obviously includes the blood trail. Guessing that was probably it. So if it's a female, no big deal. We'll keep on scooting down through here. By the way, I think like pretty much the far south is the best for teal, which probably, as far as Revontuli Coast goes and getting to hunt the most things, that's probably ideal. We get to really cover a lot of ground. Maybe find other birds like, you know, goldeneye that we think are rares. Maybe goldeneye that even are rares as we try to get down there. Kind of interesting deal here. We got a black grouse and a hazel grouse in the same spot. That dude's just running around alarmed. He don't know where to go. That's 2 for 2. Hazel grouse just making it unbelievably easy on us. Right in the head of the hole, 3.7 meters. But like I said, I can't not shoot them when they're around. Heard another one. It's probably the female that was with him. I didn't see a female with him, but I'd say odds are there's not 2 males right in the same spot. Well, that ain't what I thought we might find. God, it's out there. I don't think we can possibly spook it. So we'll fling some lead at it just in case we somehow just blink it out of the air there. I really don't think... Yeah, they're attentive now. I don't see any chance of that. And we're carrying a bunch of decoys. We've got goldeneye decoys. We've got, obviously, Eurasian teal. We've got tufted duck. Of course, we're gonna have bean goose decoys. I've only ever seen one level 5 bean goose in my entire time playing this game. And I don't know, can we maybe see where they're headed? They're pretty well out of render as is. So I'm gonna just, before it pops out of render, because I've had it before, I've had like the spotting icon go away. So why don't we, because they're still showing no sign of landing, why don't we go grab decoys and maybe just pop down here to this lake, see if we can get them in. That'd be really cool. I think we're gonna try something right out in here. So we'll just plop all these decoys down, and hopefully that flock comes by sooner rather than later. I think it may be a good thing as far as like getting them here, that they weren't trying to land somewhere. Maybe they're more likely to head straight over here, but we'll just kind of pick a spot, maybe there under that tree, and we'll wait. I mean, we got a ton of geese come. Oh, is that him already? Almost gotta be. I can't imagine there's another 5. That worked out pretty good. They should try to land like from that way over, and we're pretty good distance from the decoys. Maybe what we ought to do is get eyes back on him because there's just so many geese. There he is. Okay, just gonna keep him spotted. When he drops down, we're gonna try to get him probably just with the 22. Depending on distance, maybe we even pop up with a 12 gauge. Okay, those ones are going down, so imagine he's gonna go down. I wanna see right about where they go to, but again, just keeping them spotted so when they land, we can kill them as quick as possible. What I don't want is that one lands close and spooks before we get a shot. So let's swap to the 22. I think it's gonna be like 50 meters, so let's just stick with it. Gonna 0 for 50. Gonna stand up here a little bit, as long as we can see him. No big deal. I'm not gonna shoot another one. We'll just take that. That is the very first level 5 tundra bean goose I have ever seen in multiplayer. The only other one we've killed was our single player one. So fingers crossed this can be a diamond. Oh, 3.30, I think. That's a big one, right, Max? I might be wrong, but I think that's a huge tundra bean goose. 3.16 is diamond, I think. I can't back out of this now because we've already taxed him. Because if we could go and get a track, which might be easier said than done in the water, we could see what it goes up to. I'm fairly confident that's a max score tundra bean goose. What the heck? Hey, sometimes coming to Revontuli Coast can be a pretty dang good idea. Good deal. Brown plumage? That is really cool. Another big lynx now as well. Mythical this time. He is fairly broadside as is, so maybe we can just make this a little quicker. Okay. I don't know. Heart, maybe? Could have been. I actually felt like we were maybe a touch back, but 223 is pinpoint accurate, that's for sure. And might take pinpoint accuracy to hit the heart on a lynx on the move. That was pretty solid. Vital blood, so almost gotta be. Yep, right lung, straight into the heart there. 26.61 for him. We haven't even seen a Eurasian teal, which is, you know, obviously the main goal here. We can't get the other two duck out multi-mount species for rares here. They're only on Salisbury Park. And we've already had a crazy hunt. Right on cue. Found some teal. Maybe they're gonna just go plop down and land? That'd be nice. And we've made it pretty far south, so that just about adds up. But let's just sort of keep an eye on them. I gotta figure they're gonna land on this lake out here. Hopefully. Man, there is a real nice bull moose down there too. And also apparently one right here. That one's maybe less nice. I don't see that those teal landed out here. Or if they did, maybe they're like way... Could that be them? If that's them, we're fine. There's one up to 350. Yeah, that's them. So why don't we line up a shot on this guy with the 44? If we can help it, try to just drop him so we don't have to do any tracking. Haven't even used this thing yet today. Also, we could have been killing the lynx with this the entire time. Just now realized that. Anyway, see if we can get him. That should be a hard shot, so no tracking necessary. And I will say, way out there, I don't know that we can tell if one of those are rare or not, but I did just coming down here see like 3 other flocks come over us. So I think the plan's gonna be plop some decoys out here, check on that. I hear other teal. Or maybe, nah, it can't be the ones that are out there. It sounds too close, but either way, let's just at least do our best to take a look at these. I mean, they look completely normal, but they're also way out there. The feeding icon went away for him, so I'm guessing he's maybe done, but that'll get him. If there was ever a time to have a duck floating from 300 meters away, this is probably it, because we're going to be sitting here a minute anyway. I want to go and get the moose before we put the decoys out, though, because then we're going to be running around and spooking stuff. Those were the other teal I heard. They must have, like, maybe even went alert when we shot the moose, but they were just out of range to spook, because they're still out there 150-ish. That guy looks probably normal, but I'm pretty confident, yeah, that guy's perfectly common. That guy's common. And we are a multiplayer, so we'll be careful about how much hunting pressure we cause. But now our moose, very high bleed rate. Turns out when you shoot the heart with a 44, good things happen. Got a chance. Cool looking. Oh, he's actually uneven too, so I'm going to say he doesn't have a chance. But cool, like, after the rain there, his antlers shimmering. Looks really, really nice. He is a 262, so a nice one, but in actuality, without the matching side there, wasn't a potential diamond. I mean, this spot is just loaded with teal. I think we maybe need to come to Revontuli more. We see so many ducks when we hunt Salsweezon Park, but just pure numbers right down in here. I think we gotta focus on this to some degree for teal anyway. So that should be the one that we shot at like long distance. We killed that other one over in here. Wait, there's blood there. I don't exactly understand. Did he disappear? Oh, he did float. Okay, I thought it was too shallow over there for them to actually do so. That was the one that I didn't get a real close look at, so I wanted to make sure we could at least claim him. Nothing special, just dark green plumage. Got the one we plinked from a mile away floated on in here. That is going to be also dark green. He's a 339 gold, though. And we'll try to pick a spot that's somewhat openish. I think over here could be good for decoys. So we got probably 3 flocks of teal in here. Not seeing anything special, and then I guess there'd be that 4th flock that we shot the one out of, and actually 5th flock that we shot the second one out of. So, seeing quite a few all in this area, nothing really to speak of here. So, got another drake coming down. We're just at an odd distance. I don't think the whole blast into the flock with a shotgun strategy is going to work any good here, so there was a light green drake somewhere, maybe that guy right there. And I guess we can get the 2 that are side by side. That'll work. And that still keeps the pressure at a minimum. What do you know? I mean, we've done more big game and land animal, air quotes, hunting today than typically on Salsweezon, but turning into more duck hunting than I would have thought. That guy's 349. That guy's 334. We'll grab our decoys and keep on scooting here. So while we're at it, figured we'd plop some decoys down here in the southeast. This little spot has pretty much every waterfowl species on the entirety of Revontuli Coast. And you know, if we're gonna sit in one really good spot and decoy for teal, might as well try another one. And we'll do the same thing, let some flock come down, see if there's anything worth maybe trying to take out. And I'm at least pretty sure everything here is very much common. So this time maybe we can just try to get those. I'm gonna shoot behind there as well. We did get host of the server, so we know now that, you know, any hunting pressure we cause isn't gonna ruin someone's map. Got 3 of them, 2 drakes and looks like a hen. Got a light green, that's going to be 342. Got a dark green at 347. And our hen, little 329 there. Their wings still look really nice, and we caught that at like a cool moment. That's neat how those wings look. So let's go and grab the decoys there, and then we'll try to kind of get like back over where we initially were. Oh, what? Didn't even realize we spotted that. Level 3 mallard. I haven't seen one of those in quite some time. They're dropping down out of the sky there too, so maybe we'll just grab the 22. I don't think we're gonna be able to see him because that drops off. Don't have to go far. Just kind of sidestep. Nope, that little rock's in the way too. He should stay there, but obviously ducks will eventually fly off. This might be the worst spot that they could have possibly landed. Can we get up high enough here? Oh boy, maybe? That is going to be interesting. We'll try. Also, again, like the feeding icon went away. So we got to just get this over the rock out ledge. That actually worked. No way. So, I was kind of planning on wrapping up with, I don't know, another teal, or if we could find a decent raccoon dog or whatever, but potential diamond mallard, and they generally don't troll. Don't think there's a better way to wrap up. First time in absolutely forever we've even seen a level 3 mallard. Oh, it doesn't make it by a lot. 19.78, diamond's 19.61. Pretty darn cool though. Haven't shot a diamond mallard in I couldn't even tell you how long, so we'll take that. Probably take it to the second lodge, and obviously the bean goose is going to go to our main lodge. I think we'll go back and take a look at him. So now the question is, where are we going to put that? So in here are our diamond gray leg and tundra bean geese from before. And I kind of think we might keep them because we ended up getting them a few days apart. It was May 29th, and you can see that was 3.1. I think he made it by like literally 0.01. And then June 2nd, so like 3 days apart, we're going to leave them. Let's find somewhere else in the lodge to put that, but I'd like it somewhat prominent. I mean, I like the wall plaques better, but there's that female melanistic gadwall. Maybe even here, actually. Because we got a diamond brown hybrid goose there. What if we took down what is honestly a small diamond, and I'm not actually sure why we have that particular one there. I'm sure we have bigger diamond Canada geese anyway, but max score diamond tundra bean goose, I think that's probably a little bit cooler. So, gonna do basically the same pose. Actually, the brown plumage, it's got like a lot of color gradient and stuff underneath the wings. Cool looking bird. Diamond mallard, like I said, we'll take that to the second lodge. Max weight, max score, diamond tundra bean goose, and I just kind of was thinking, we've been killing some max scores lately, and there was a thing around here for years where we could just never get max scores. We'd get max weights all the time, but we had this kangaroo, like barely a week ago, max score, Ferruginous duck, I think it was, over there in the duck out mount not that long ago, and now, max score tundra bean goose as well. Even though it shows us 3.2 in here, we know it was actually 3.3. We will absolutely take that. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.